A mother told me about a very diplomatic young man who shall go unnamed, who had just started to date his daughter. He came to pick her up one night, but got there an hour earlier than she thought he was coming. She didn't know it was him. She answers the door with her hair going in 1,000 different directions. It was kind of an awkward moment, so she tries to help it by saying, "So what do you think of my hair?" He stood there for a moment and then says, and I love this, "It looks like it's about to become something wonderful." Great answer, young man. If anyone asks me about most sacred art, and how we are, my friends, the archdiocese, my family, I'd give a two-part answer. First, yes, we are about to become something wonderful. And part two, in many ways, we already are wonderful. Once a year, each parish in the archdiocese is asked to celebrate and encourage our stewardship, which is another way really to say, how we share our goodness for others, to celebrate how we each offer ourselves and our resources and who we are for the sake of all. And rightly so. As we again hear in today's gospel, doing so mattered very much to Jesus as he walked his days on earth. He counted on all those who followed him to be good stewards of what had been entrusted to them, to share their resources, their personalities, their time, themselves for others. And it matters to Jesus today that we do so as well, that we do. Because Jesus knows how much we need to take care of one another. And Jesus knows it's also crucial to our souls to do so. Sometimes, as many parishes do, this would be the weekend when we would invite someone to stand up here and talk about the difference that we've made in their lives. Not this year. Instead, I'll do it. God put it on my heart to tell you how much you help me. The summary: you make more of a difference to me than you could ever know. You new to the parish, you here a long time. You young, you slightly less young. You who pray with us online or in person. You who serve in big ways are small, in ways seen or unseen. You truly make a difference for so many. You truly make a difference for me. Now, if you've been here a while, you probably know how deeply the desire burns in my heart for the kingdom that Jesus proclaimed. I mean, there is nothing I long for more than a world where each person is treasured and where we work side by side for the good of all. Well, you both renew my hope and you deepen my peace when I see you serve in one of the many ministries that continues that work of Jesus today. You renew my hope. You deepen my peace. Secondly, you might not know how much your prayer makes a difference for me. There were some rough times when I know I was being sustained by others praying for me. The past 2 years maybe, I knew that more than I've ever known that in my life before. And it also makes a difference to me to hear you sing and pray at Mass. It deepens the best in me. It lifts my spirit. Thirdly, I hope you know how much I try to help form in our children those values that last. You help that happen through your Sunday offerings. I mean, your Sunday offering truly makes a difference. You help pay teachers' salaries, help us have a PSR program, helped us create those new Mass bags we're excited about for our little ones. I mean, to even have the Mass and sacraments for these kids. And just as your financial support continues God's work through all kinds of ministries and programs, you will also provide a place for me and Father Leo to live and food for us to eat. I mean, thank you. It allows me to do what I am called to do. Your financial offering matters for so many. It does. It also matters to me. And 4, there is nothing that brings me greater joy than to see you act with kindness. You know, when I feel the sometimes lonely burden of leadership, in times of anxiety about how things are going or whether or not I did a good enough job on something, or when I'm carrying the heartache of having just been a part of some tragic funeral or some other great loss, seeing your kindness comforts me in ways you'll never know. You know, it might be the kid who runs up to hug me or who's kind to a classmate. Your care for one another before a funeral or after. The St. Vincent de Paul Society members going into people's homes to be Christ for them. You're welcome to someone who is new in countless ways. Your kindness helps me be okay. There's just so dang much goodness here. And it means the world to me. It does. In just a moment, I'll say a word about the brochure we'll hope you'll receive in the mail this week, inviting each of us to again recommit ourselves to how we offer ourselves and our resources for God's work here. But for now, I just want to say thank you. I mean, seriously, thank you. I am so encouraged and inspired really by your generosity, your faith, your goodness. You help so many people. You help me.